Look at the person you can't stand. That shallow colleague, that empty boss, or the neighbor who only talks about the weather. They sleep like babies. Why? Because they don't know what they don't know. But you are being punished by your own understanding. You lie there at 3 a.m. It isn't just that your brain is overloaded. It's physical. Your neck is stiff, your shoulders are locked tight, and you feel a deadly, heavy guilt in your chest. You ask yourself, why can't I just be carefree like them? You pick up your phone. You scroll through LinkedIn. You see friends from college checking in at fancy jobs, using buzzwords you know are hollow. You know they are faking it, but it still hurts. That is the price of seeing the truth, but seeing no way out. Welcome to the most expensive tax on the planet. The intelligence tax. This society belongs to those standing on Mount Stupid. It is where confidence shakes hands with ignorance. When they know a little, their brain tricks them into thinking they know it all. They have no internal break. They don't worry about being right or wrong. They just execute. In a rushed world, their empty confidence is often mistaken for competence. They raise their hands first, they speak the loudest, and they get the promotion. But you have read too much to stand there. You see the nuance. You see the gray areas. And the moment you stepped off that peak of ignorance, you fell straight into the valley of despair. Let's rewind. Maybe you were the smart kid in school. Everything came easy. You didn't have to try. Adults praised you for your potential, not your effort. That was the trap. You built your entire identity around being smart. Now, as an adult, when things get hard, you don't think, I need to work harder. You think, something is wrong with me. You are terrified of doing anything that might prove you aren't a genius anymore. You are paralyzed because you are trying to protect a ghost, the ghost of the gifted kid you used to be. Why does the idiot take action? Because he only sees the finish line. You see 100 ways to fail before you even start. You see the legal risks. You see the market crashing. You see the collapse of the entire system before you lay the first brick. And let's be honest about the fear. You aren't afraid of failing. You are afraid of looking stupid in front of the people you secretly despise. Your intelligence has turned into a disaster simulator. You aren't lazy. You are just an architect staring at a blueprint so complex that you are terrified to pour the foundation. And then there is the paralysis of choice. Because you are smart, you see potential everywhere. You could be a writer, a coder, a designer, an entrepreneur. But seeing every door means you are terrified to walk through one, because walking through one door means closing all the others. So what do? You stand in the hallway. You stand still. You watch people with half your IQ pick a door, the wrong door maybe, but they are moving, and you are rotting in the hallway of potential. This path is lonely. Intelligence doesn't bring you more friends. It just filters out the ones on a different frequency. You feel alienated in a crowd, not because you are arrogant, but because you can no longer tolerate the shallowness they label as fun. I have faked so many smiles at dinner parties. I have nodded along to so many boring conversations just to hide the fact that I was screaming inside. When you look deep into the nature of things, you often find yourself standing alone. But here is the shift. By 2026, AI is the new expert. The world doesn't need more walking dictionaries. What is scarce now is intellectual humility. Your doubt isn't the enemy. It is the early warning system of a high-quality brain. Don't shut it off. Learn to adjust the volume. Don't learn until you know it all. Embrace your ignorance as an edge. When you admit you don't know, you start observing the things the know-it-alls miss. Stop apologizing for your self-doubt. If you are down here in the valley with me, don't try to climb back up that old mountain of delusion. Just keep walking. You might not be standing on the peak of Mount Stupid, but you are standing at the foot of wisdom. And trust me, the view down here is much more real, and there is so much more room to breathe. Honestly, I don't have a map either. I am stumbling through the dark just like you. But at least, if we are lost, we aren't lost alone. Leave a mark in the comments if you feel like a work in progress. Just write, "Still learning." I'm Green Hoodie.